What's up guys, Hobbo88 here, welcome back to Assetto Corsa. It's that time of year again where the Virgin Australia Supercars Championship kicks off, and this weekend we're in Adelaide for the Superloop Adelaide 500. So we're back in Assetto Corsa, still running with the 2018 mod of, well, the V8 Corsa mod, a 2018 skin pack I should say. No Ford Mustangs in the mod yet, and I don't believe there's any plans for the Ford Mustang to come to the mod yet. So we're still running in the Falcons, which is a bit of a shame, but we're also still running 2018 skin pack, so bear with us in that sense, because the 2019 pack hasn't been released yet as far as I'm aware. But nonetheless, we've got a 22 lap race here today. We're starting from 23rd on the grid, we did not qualify, and we are driving in Scott McLaughlin's number 17 Ford Falcon Championship winning car. Seems fitting for us to start with that one here at round number 1. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get underway. Lights are up. As always, we botch the start, but the AI will all stop down here at turn 1 awkwardly, as they do in Assetto Corsa. We've got to be a little bit careful of cold tyres as we all dawdle through the opening couple of corners here on the first lap. We've got a long time to make our way forward. So we'll just tippy-toe around here. See, we're actually following. We've got two number 17 DJR10 Penske Falcons in the field. One in front of us there and the one that I'm in. We can see here there is no fence on the exit of turn 7 like there is in real life this year, a new addition to the track. This is the 2011 mod for Adelaide, which is a little older now in that sense, but I don't know if there's a car next to me or not here. This is awkward, side by side through the fast turn 8 with myself. Sneak down the inside of Anton Di Pasquale, a little bit of contact, but otherwise all good. But he gets the run off the turn. Being the first lap, cold tyres, we can sort of persist around the outside. You see Craig Lowndes in front of us in his gold 888 Commodore. The last car that he ever raced. Yes, as I was saying, this is the 2011 version of the Adelaide track for Assetto Corsa. I'll throw a link in the description below to that and to the V8 Corsa mod itself for the cars. Also, I am running, and you guys should check this out if you haven't done so already, Billy Strange, if you're not familiar with him, a fellow YouTuber, a good buddy. He's a cool dude. He put together a video on this combination as well, just the other day, and he actually went to the trouble of making a few custom AI files for this track for these cars as well to try and make them run a little better. So I've installed those as well, which you guys can get your hands on through his Discord, but to get there I'll send you to his video. So link in the description below for that too, as Rick Kelly has a massive moment at turn 8. So again, we go side by side around the outside through that section, which you just couldn't do in real life. But anyway, we'll get away with it here in the sim. So the AI definitely still have their problems, but it is a lot better than the default that the track comes with. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, like I said, head over to Billy's channel and you'll get the info you need for that. Just not turning through the chicane there because the wheels weren't touching the ground. So it is a little... Oh, we've got a big check up here. So it is a bit awkward here in this video because all the cars and drivers are still 2018. And for anyone who's been watching this weekend, you'll just be starting to get used to seeing names in new cars, and then all of a sudden, in this video, they're all back in their old ones, but it doesn't affect the fun factor, and that's what it's all about. It's going to give lots of room to the AI. They're very good under brakes down here into the hairpin. As we come through to complete lap number 3. And we managed to move our way all the way up to 12th place, so up 11 spots. About halfway through the field, the easy half. The AI very slow off the back at the first chicane, so it's an easy pass for me down here. Well, I'll say that, and there's contact. As with Cam Waters and his Monster Falcon. The lead is a fair way up the straight up there, so it's not going to be a walk in the park. Oh, we're on the outside of the exit turn 8. Just having to take it a little easy. The AI are somewhat unpredictable. One of the biggest pitfalls of Assetto Corsa. And on a street circuit, it's always tough, especially when there's lots of curbs and things like that around. A little difficult to stop on the bumps on the inside. The AI is kind of strange. They're a little dodgy in spots, especially on some corner exits. But then they're amazing under brakes. Oh, burst into wheel spin. We'll have to probably lift out early here, although it sends the Gary Rogers car into an awkward line. Thought that was going to be a crash. Just managing to get it stopped down there at the hairpin. That moves us to 10th. That exit wall there is not quite right either compared to how the track layout is currently. The wall's a lot closer to the racing surface nowadays. Try and judge that check up there off the corner to get a run. Just squeak it down the inside. Coming up behind the back of Holdsworth's car. See the AI taking a fairly narrow line through turn 7. Which makes them take the curb awkward and it makes them slow. We got balked up though there on the exit. I don't really want to be going side by side through here. Ooh. Almost got hit there from behind. We're a bit wide of the mark at the final corner. Whoa, we broke pretty early on the inside line there for the bumps. And just got completely outdriven by the 18 car. We be cheeky and run the super wide line. No, it didn't really work. We've got to get our skates on though. The leaders are getting away up there. That's really rude to try and drive around the outside like that. Not as rude as the big dive bomb though. Managed to hold the spot. Now I probably should have mentioned it at the start of the video because there'll be people in the comments. I'm aware that there is Mustangs coming in different platforms. Some that are even available really to some people now and bits and pieces like that. Oh! That was so much slower into there than I was expecting from Courtney in the 22. Oh! I forgot that they check up there. And we'll see how we go. We may decide in future to switch up to be able to get access to Mustangs for future videos, but I mean, I feel like this V8 Corsa mod represents the category pretty well at the minute. It does have the ZB Commodore as well. This is a bit awkward. We are clear. If we're brave. Oh. So we'll see in future videos what happens if we're still doing Assetto for these offline videos. But I am enjoying the V8 Corsa mod in Assetto, so I'm hoping to continue using it. But I mean, we'll see what happens with availability on the cars and the mods, specifically surrounding the Mustang, and what happens with 2019 skin packs. But for the time being, I don't mind if we're in the Falcons. I'm interested to get your guys' thoughts on the Mustang. Recording this on Saturday night, so I am familiar with the racing that happened so far this weekend, including race 1. I'm not going to spoil it in case anyone who's watching hasn't seen those race and qualifying results to this point for the weekend. But I'm interested to get you guys' thoughts. What do you think of the new Mustangs? Finally seen them on track, seen how they performed. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? What I will tell you about is my thoughts on the look of them. And I think they look ridiculous. But we thought the ZB Commodore looked ridiculous too, so I mean, it is what it is. A couple of rounds and it'll just be normal. It won't look weird at all. Wow, look at the gap up into the top 5 up there, a long way away. Oh. An unintentional late braking attempt pass on Jack LeBrock. He just slowed up so much more than I was expecting under brakes there, considering the AI are quite good into the hairpin normally under brakes. It's one of the few spots they are very good. Oh. We just ran a little deep. Made contact, had to back out of it. We'll be able to make up a fair bit of time through here once we're not stuck in traffic. Here we go. Again, the AI very good under brakes around the outside. It's frustrating. So we'll get that move done. Now we've got some work to do. We're nearly at half race distance. 4 cars left to catch. I mean, now that we can get it opened up, we should be able to catch fairly quickly, I would think. But how far away are the leaders? We can only see 4th and 3rd position up there at the minute, I think. And I haven't done any testing or anything against the AI to see how strong they actually are. See, we've gapped the cars behind quite quickly. And we'll make big gains down here now that we're not getting held up. Oh, we can see them all. Leaders going through turn 8 now, so we should be right. We should be able to catch pretty easily and pass these guys and win. There's no excuse to not win this race. As we're about to cross half race distance now. So a better challenge would have been last to first in 11 laps. We nearly got that done. It's not done yet though. Still have to be mistake free, get past these few cars. As we've got Stanaway next on the list. And then Slade. I'm realising on some of the doors, or windows I should say, that I've picked, it's quite hard in the user interface without using Content Manager to select your liveries for the drivers. They're very small. It's hard to tell which livery exactly you're picking. I've picked quite a few endurance liveries for the drivers. You can see they've got the two names on the doors. It's quite funny. But so far it looks like I've picked them all correctly. Alright, there's Slade. I drove that as deep as I dared. Under brakes, and we only still just cleared. But importantly, we did clear just. So this will be my teammate, Fabs, running in second. Still can't make out who the leader is, but I don't know that we've seen Van Gisbergen's car yet. So it could be him. No. Ah, it's Mostert. So Chazzy leads. It's all Fords at the front in this one. I better not take advantage of that move. The Ford fans will light up in the comments. Hobbo, what are you doing running into your teammate? Oh, we didn't get a very good run here. We're probably going to just have to let this one go. We'll slot back in and try again. We've got heaps of time, so no need to do anything too silly here. Again, the AI just very good under brakes into the hairpin. Bit of a brake lock there from Fabian. Actually finding it difficult to get a spot to get this done. This is obviously the best spot to do it. Try this side of the road. I don't think this will work actually. No, it just leaves the inside open for him. Oh! Gets awkward between teammates again. Not really a place where you want to be going side by side. Oh! Oh no. It all went horribly wrong. You get fired by your team. Oh, retired. Old Dick would be beside himself in the garage after that one. Roger Penske will be on the phone after the race, looking for people's scalps for that sort of stuff. Alright, let's catch Chazzy. Get this one in the bag. Hopefully we don't have as much trouble trying to get past him. You can see we've got superior pace. It's just not in the right spots to make that pass easy. With this huge run that we get. I mean, I don't know how they're so good under brakes there. I couldn't go that deep and still stop, there's no way. Well, he landed awkward, we bumped him, he got sideways and we went past. You'd probably redress that normally. But no one's going to tell me off in a race against the AI, so we're off. See if we can let loose and get a couple of nice laps in here towards the end of the race, because I do just enjoy just hot lapping these cars. They feel nice to drive. They're just enjoyable to cut laps in. And Adelaide is just an amazing track. Little short shift to second there, try and help with the wheel spin. Look at the gap behind. Mostert's nowhere to be seen in the mirror. Up through the staircase again. So what have we got? 5 laps to go. Let's just enjoy these laps. Here's another question for you guys. If you're still here and watching and wanting to get interactive in the comments section, who's your pick for this year? Who's going to win it? What do you guys think? I think it's always hard to go past either of the two main stables that have been at the top of the game for the last couple of seasons, or longer really when you think about it. But Red Bull are always hard to bet against, as far as they're always there or thereabouts. They're always competitive, and they've got proven pedigree when it comes to winning both races and championships, but specifically championships. They're very, very good. They know the rule book. They play the game on and off the track well, which I think is something that Penske's improved at. DJR last year. But I mean, the raw pace of Scott McLaughlin is always a daunting prospect to try and bet against too. I mean, if I had to pick a team, it would definitely be out of those two. And I think that I would pick Red Bull. And that's because, nothing against Fabian Coulthard, but I feel like Red Bull's a double threat when it comes to the championship. With Whincup and Van Gisbergen both very, very formidable opponents in a championship fight. I mean, I think it gives them double the chance. Not to say Fabian couldn't win a championship, but I mean, Scott, you look at last year, he had the wood on him pretty much everywhere. But it remains to be seen. It's a new year. There could be other contenders that prove to be a real threat. I mean, David Reynolds, he performed very, very well last year. Would not be surprised to see him be a championship contender this year. But I'd love to get your thoughts. Oh, hit the wall quite hard there. I'm guessing we do have damage turned off based off the fact that that hit didn't do any damage, because that was a pretty substantial whack. Thought I'd try third gear through there. It worked. Felt a little scarier than going back to second, but it worked. That was a bit better through there. I've been going back to first gear there, and second feels heaps better. I don't even know why I was using first gear there. There's no need for it. Alright, here we go. Should be the last lap. One more time around the streets of Adelaide. Big clump of curb on the inside. So much fun, just so enjoyable to drive. It really is. Just rubbing the fence to perfection on the last lap. That's how you know you're alive. And again, I went back to second here, no reason for that. Sorry, first. Final corner for the final time. That is the Superloop Adelaide 500 on Assetto Corsa, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter at Hobbo88. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.